The biggest tournament in the Czech Republic and Slovakia is on the horizon. History will be made in the Eden Football Stadium in Prague. Vermola versus Vej 2. The long-awaited rematch of the century for the light heavyweight title. A fight fans have been eagerly waiting for 5 years. Carlos Vermola is looking to regain everything he lost in their legendary first encounter. However, Attila Vej is determined to remove him from the octagon throne once again. Two icons, two nations collide in an epic showdown that will forever change the landscape of the Czech-Slovak martial arts scene. Who will cement their legacy as the ultimate champion? A tournament for the welterweight title, which has been vacant for a year, awaits a worthy new champion to claim the belt. Former 6-time title holder David Kozma has recharged his batteries and is eager to reclaim that title. But Ion Dracula Serdu, the dominant overlord of 2 Romanian promotions, also has his eyes set on that prize. The clash of middleweight finishers. David Zavada, with 17 finishes to his credit, will face the iron fists of Marek Mazuk. And to top it all off, a heated battle between 2 warriors who truly despise each other. Jaroslav Pokorny and Shamrock will finally settle their scores inside the octagon cage. 2 quarterfinals of the European MMA Champions League in the lightweight division of the Tipsport Game Changer. €1 million and the European crown at stake. Undefeated in octagon, former champion Mateusz Legerski from Poland faces the biggest test of his career in England's Akon Jedi Wanless. Spanish black belt Akoidan Duque challenges Austrian powerhouse Mohamed Makayev. The second round of the tournament for the welterweight title. The invincible predator Apollo Silva takes on the elite fighter Sniper Gogoladze, who has finished most of his opponents in less than 100 seconds. And as a bonus in the free prelims, a reserve fight of the Tipsport Game Changer. 2-time Turkish champion Korkmaz meets the legendary Finnish fighter Amir Khani. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present Octagon 58, Vermola versus Vej 2. Get the pay-per-view and be transported to the front row of the biggest tournament in the history of the Czech-Slovak martial arts scene at octagon.tv.
Welcome to the official weigh-ins for Octagon 58. Arguably the biggest card that Octagon have ever put on in their history. It has got the Tipsport Game Changer quarterfinals, the first of those happening tomorrow night. We have got the welterweight pyramid to see who will take that step closer to claiming the vacant welterweight belt. We've got the grudge match that will see Shamrock versus Pokorny. Plus, we have the rematch of the century that will see Attila Vej step back into the octagon cage to take on Carlos Vermola once more. 1,671 days since Octagon 15, that landmark event, and for a card like this we need to be somewhere special, and we certainly are. The first of 2 football stadiums going down this year for Octagon. We will be in the Fortuna Arena tomorrow night. You can still join us. There's limited tickets available. Go to ticketportal.com and you can watch live on octagon.tv. So let's get this card underway. Let's introduce the people on stage. Of course, Pavel Neruda and Andrei Novotny behind me, our beautiful Octagon ladies, our commission Vasco, as well as Pavel Picanti and Joseph Loach will be looking after our scales. Now, for a special card, we need a special YouTube free prelim. So let's take a look at the story of this reserve match tomorrow night.
Attila Korkmaz is ready to fight for his chance to return to the €1 million pyramid. His second opponent in the octagon cage will be none other than Mr. Finland, Makwan Amikani. The Spitfire Gym Berlin representative gained a legion of adoring fans thanks to his exceptional performance in his duel against champion Paradisa. At the Ostrava Arena, the Turkish warrior gave Ronnie hell in the cage, with one of the judges scoring the fight for him. The experienced fighter known as Fearless has scored 6 finishes before the limit and has only been finished once in his career. Mr. Finland Makwan Amikani came a close second to Korkmaz in the lucky loser poll. After an active 14-year-long career, he entered his first fight in the lightweight division. This elite wrestler has already finished 12 of his opponents on the ground. For over 8 years, he competed against the very best in the world.
Nice little toss.
For the second time in his career, Amir Khani will be entering the cage in a football stadium. 9 years ago at the Open Air Stadium in Stockholm, he defeated his opponent in just 8 seconds.
Mr. Finland, Amir Khani!
Can he shock the fans in the stands with another quick victory? Or is the unpredictable Korkmaz about to collect one of the biggest scalps of his career?
So let's welcome to the scales, first of all, Mr. Finland, Makwan Amikani. 35 years of age, was voted back in here by the fans, by you guys, back into the tournament here. He'll enter the reserve match. He's the only fighter on the roster that has fought in a stadium. And he won that fight in just 8 seconds. Needs to hit 70.8. 70.8 on the money for Mr. Finland, Makwan Amikani. Makes weight, stepping in here now. We'll put you here, my friends. Now taking on him, let's welcome to the scales, Attila Korkmaz. The fearless Attila Korkmaz, representing Turkey, 32 years of age. Born in Turkey, but fighting out of the Spitfire gym in Berlin. 14 wins, 6 finishes, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions. This BJJ black belt predicts a finish in this fight as well. OKTAGON 54, he took on Ronnie Paradis in that opening fight. A split decision took the champ to a split decision. Now stepping on the scales, needs to hit 70.8. 70.6 for the fearless Attila Korkmaz. Again, this is our YouTube free prelim. What a fight to kick us off. You can tune in live and for free for this Tip Sport Game Changer €1 million reserve match. Again, these guys will have their eyes on the weigh-ins later on today, this morning, with the other quarterfinalists. Any issues with that, and one of these guys could be stepping back into the tournament. Fearless looking good, set and ready. We'll bring them together. Turkey versus Finland here. Quick drink for Korkmaz. 70.6, he hit 70.8 for Mr. Finland, Makwan Amikani. What a fight to kick us off this, the Tip Sport Game Changer reserve match. Finland versus Turkey, Makwan Amikani versus the fearless Attila Korkmaz. That is the free fight for tomorrow night. That is live and free on our YouTube channel. What a battle, what a way to kick off our first stadium of the year. 2 stadiums this year. Next up we have a featherweight contest. Let's take a look at the 2 fighters competing in that fight tomorrow night.
The biggest tournament in OKTAGON history will open with a bang. At the Eden Stadium in Prague, you can expect to see high-precision punches fly as world boxing champion Denis Ilbai goes up against Denis Trpšanský. Fans got to know Trpšanský through his appearance on the OKTAGON Underground project when he dominated Michal Zatorsky to make his way to the final. We last saw him in the cage against Jakub Tikota 4 years ago. Now the remarkable stand-up fighter returns to OKTAGON with 5 pro wins on his record to show what he is made of. Over the last few years, the fighter from Spiš has been working hard on all aspects of his game. He's demonstrated his progress with 2 consecutive second-round wins via rear naked choke, which earned him another opportunity to compete in OKTAGON again. Germany's Denis El Pistolero Ilbai is preparing to enter his 3rd trial by fire in the OKTAGON cage. His first duel saw him take on the winner of OKTAGON Underground project, Marko Novak, who defeated Trpšanský in the past. In one of OKTAGON's most memorable featherweight fights at Frankfurt-Westhalle, Ilbai fired the last decisive shots from his imaginary pistols. The UFD gym fighter is looking to defeat his 2nd Slovak fighter in 2 years, which would earn him his 6th career pro win. Ilbai and Trpšanský are revered for their incredibly exciting performances inside the cage, which means this fight could steal Fight of the Night.
So first, let's welcome back to OKTAGON and back to the scale, Denis Trpšanský. 29 years of age, from Slovakia, representing that Spartacus fight gym. Striker by trade, showed off those skills when he got to the final of the OKTAGON Underground tournament, beat Michal Zatorsky to get to their two finishes by submission on his mixed martial arts record, both rear naked chokes. 66.2 under the 66.3 limit there for Trpšanský. He will return to Octagon. 5 MMA fights, 4 finishes, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions. Now let's welcome his opponent, El Pistolero Denis Ilbay. 29 years of age, from Cologne, representing that UFD and Ilbay Sports Cologne. 5 wins in MMA, 4 finishes, 3 knockouts, 1 submission. 2-time boxing world champion as well. 66 on the money for Ilbay. El Pistolero set and ready. Fireworks written all over this fight. Tripshansky versus Ilbay. This, the second fight of the night here at Octagon. There you go, my friend. Just wants his clothes. Just wants his letterman have his shorts. Vasco, come on. There we are. Listen, what a fight that is. That is 2 fights down. The third fight is a welterweight fight, and this is the first of the pyramid fights to see who will take a step closer to that welterweight title. Let's take a look at the 2 fighters here.
The spectacular pyramid for the welterweight title will start with a bang. In an open-air stadium, Georgia's fearless sniper Gogoladze will enter the cage to take on the charismatic Brazilian warrior, Apollo Silva. He spent almost 2 hours in total inside the Octagon cage. A traveler, a singer, but most of all, a highly experienced fighter. The American top-team fighter has defeated Tip Sport Game Changer winner Velichkovic, Grabinski and the king of Frankfurt, Ekelin. His slick hands have sent several top-class fighters to sleep, but nobody has succeeded finishing him in MMA. Due to Gogoladze's aggressive fighting style and the fast KOs he scored on his record, many would-be opponents preferred to give him a wide berth.
Oh, looking for the trip, he gets it, wow! Timed it beautifully there.
Amiran earned the nickname Sniper in his pro career after achieving 5 finishes within the first minute. The Georgian champion has earned 14 pro wins, 10 of which came before the limit.
He is a problem, right? He's dangerous on the feet, deadly accurate, but on the ground as well.
Collecting Apollo's scalp would send him to the very top of Octagon's loaded welterweight division.
So first, let's welcome from Georgia, the sniper, Amiran Gogoladze. Gogoladze, 26 years of age, from Tbilisi in Georgia, representing that Champions Academy and Octopus MMA in Łódź. 16-3 is his professional record, 11 finishes in there, 8 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's hit 77.6. 77.2 for Gogoladze. There we go, proudly representing Georgia. I think he wants you that way, Ali. There you go. There you go. Next up, let's welcome a familiar face in the Octagon cage. The one, the only, Leandro Apollo Silva. 38 years young. This man also fought on Octagon 15, beat Robert Bricek in that fight. That was his debut for Octagon. Beat him by this. Hello, my friend. Welcome. See you. Now, 38, 41st MMA fight tomorrow night. That will be a record of 28-11 and won 14 of those by finish. 3 knockouts, 11 submissions for this BJJ black belt. He's at 77.6. 76.7 for Apollo. Both guys make weight. This first fight of that welterweight pyramid is set and ready for tomorrow night, ready for the Fortuna Arena. You can join us. Go to Ticket Portal to get your tickets. Limited tickets available, or check it out on octagon.tv. We'll bring these guys, the Sniper versus Apollo. What a fight. Gogoladze versus Silva tomorrow night. Welterweight, fireworks guaranteed. This, the first of that welterweight pyramid. Who will take the step forward towards Octagon Gold? There you go, my friend. We'll put you that way. Unbelievable. That's the third fight of the night. What a contest. Next up, we have the first of our Tip Sport Game Changer quarterfinals. Before we welcome to the scale, let's check them out on the screen now.
The Austrian beast Mago Machaev is about to take the next step on his journey to claiming a dream victory and gaining respect throughout Europe. For many fans, his opponent in the Tip Sport Game Changer quarterfinals was the biggest surprise in the first round. The man who claimed victory over the revered Marcel Grabinski, a Koidan Duque. After his recent victory, he can't wait to get stuck into the Austrian star, and he'll have a significant height advantage over him. The Spanish #1 has competed in PFL, Bellator and Brave, and is now looking to dominate the Octagon lightweight division. Considered one of Europe's greatest talents, Machaev claimed a convincing win over favoured pyramid fighter Makwan Amirkhani. The man who has claimed victory over Pokorny, Yusuf and Fafil collected the biggest scalp of his career and is looking to keep the momentum going in a territory he knows well. He's entered the Octagon cage 6 times in different venues around the Czech Republic and has left victorious on each of those occasions. He's proved his fighting skills in revered organisations such as UAE Warriors and Brave. Currently, Mago has 13 wins on his record, 7 of them achieved by KO and TKO. Will the mighty Austrian warrior become one of the top 4 fighters as expected? Or will Spain's savage matador dominate the cage and ruin Machaev's night?
So this, the first of our Tip Sport Game Changer €1 million quarterfinals. Who will take a step closer, get to the semi-finals? Let's welcome first Mohamed Machaev, representing Austria, the Beast, fighting out of Soma Fight Club over there in Bali. 14-1-1 in his record, earned his spot here in the quarterfinals with that impressive victory over Makwan Amirkhani at Octagon 54. You look at that record as well, 14 wins, 8 finishes, 2 submissions, 6 KOs in there as well, including that third round KO of Makwan Amirkhani. He's got wins over the likes of Yaroslav Pokorny, Shayab Yusuf, and I believe this will be his 8th fight in the Czech Republic. So a country and even Prague, a city, this man knows well. Needs to hit 70.8. 70.8 for Machaev. Makes weight, set and ready to make the walk into that Fortuna Arena tomorrow night. Unbelievable talent, this young man. Started karate age 7, became a world champion in that sport at the age of 12. And that record, 14-1-1, only tasted defeat once in his career. Believes he has the kryptonite for this tournament and is looking to take that step closer. And again, the winner of this will earn 80,000. They will be guaranteed 80,000 euros in this tournament. Unbelievable figures. And what a fighter that is. Now, let's welcome his opponent from Spain, Koidan Duque. Representing Spain, 37 years of age, based in the Canary Islands, still works in the shipyards in Las Palmas. He beat Grabinski in Octagon 54 to earn his spot here. 19-4 is his record, 12 finishes, and this BJJ black belt shows his skills up in that cage. 2 knockouts, 10 by submission. He's fought for Brave, UAE Warriors, PFL, Bellator, and looking to change his life here. Now stepping on the scales. 70.7 for Duque, the first of our Tip Sport quarterfinals. The €1 million tournament is official. That will see one of these fighters guarantee themselves 80,000 euros as they move forward to the semi-final with the hope of getting to the finals to claim a chunk of that €1 million, 300,000 euros to change their lives. Again, Mohamed, 24 years of age. And then you've got Duque, 37, the youngest fighter against the oldest fighter left in the tournament, looking to battle it out to earn their place. They will make the walk tomorrow night into that Fortuna Arena. We will bring them together now. Austria versus Spain, Duque versus Machaev. That goes down tomorrow night in the the Fortuna Arena in front of 28,000 fans. What a night of fights we have. Next up, we have a catchweight bout. Let's take a look at these two fighters before they step on the scale.
After a 2-year break, Miloš Petrusek returns to the Octagon MMA cage. In front of his home crowd in Prague, Melon will be challenged by the dangerous Kamil Wojciechowski. The European wrestling champion agreed to fight Petrusek just a few days before the biggest MMA tournament in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Wojciechowski has 8 wins as a professional, 7 of them by stoppage, each time demonstrating his dominance on the ground and on the feet. The former title challenger of the prestigious FEN organization faces his second test in the Octagon cage. This follows his fight against former Cage Warriors champion Mick Stanton in April. Miloš Petrusek, who recently became a father for the second time, returns to the open-air cage after recovering from an injury. In Eden, he was ready to take on any challenge, as he didn't want to miss out on being part of this landmark and record-breaking tournament. 3 years ago, the fan favourite enjoyed his walkout and a first-round finish against Vlado Nefranovic in the Stranica. He defeated the Croatian by submission in less than a round, cementing his reputation as one of the most deadly ground fighters in the promotion.
There we just saw something off stage. I'll show you when they get on stage. So, let's welcome first in this catchweight bout, Kamil Wojciechowski. 34 years of age, representing Poland. That Nelson club out there took this fight on less than a week's notice. 8-2 in mixed martial arts, 7 finishes, 5 knockouts, 2 submissions, needs to hit 88 or under. 87.9 for Kamil Wojciechowski. Makes weight again. Phenomenal fighter and stepping in to take on this man, returning to Octagon after 2 years away. Let's welcome him back to the scale. Melon Petrusek. Miloš making this walk once again. This fight was in doubt, but now he's able to make this walk. And again, he fought on Octagon 15 as well. Now stepping on the scales, returning after 2 years away. $87.85 there for Melon Petrusek. He is back. Welcome, sir. There we go. Petrusek versus Wojciechowski. Poland versus the Czech Republic tomorrow night in the Fortuna Arena. There we go. What a night. Melon Petrusek again making that walk once more. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. Andre Reinder, have you been training with Mike Tyson or something? What is this? What's happened?
Yeah, he takes my ear.
There we go. Andre Reiner's back. That's what I saw of. Look, next up we have the second of our Tip Sport Game Changer quarterfinals. Let's take a look at these 2 quarterfinalists next.
Oh, he's dropped him again! Oh, he's got the hand free, palm to palm. That's it! 1 round and done. Legursky called it, and he has claimed his spot in the quarterfinals of the Tip Sport Game Changer tournament. Poland's Mateusz Legursky will take on the British Jedi. Akon won this.
Nie miałem żadnych jakichś tam nakreślonych przeciwników. Byłem tak nastawiony, że po prostu kogo dają, z tym się biję.
In Octagon, the division number 1 holds a clean slate with a record of 8-0.
Moją motywacją do walki jest to, że po prostu kocham ten sport i zawsze chciałem być w nim najlepszy.
In the first round of the pyramid, finisher Akon Wanless delivered an impeccable performance against Sahil Siraj.
Wanless needs to be careful he doesn't leave himself exposed.
Oh, he's dropped him! That's it! That is it! Akon Wanless finishes it in 1 and done!
That was the Jedi's 6th first-round finish in an already impressive career.
Oh, the Jedi strikes!
People say, expose my ground game. Let's go to the ground, baby. If you look at my finishes, I've got finishes on the ground and the feet.
Zarobienie 300 000 euro to myślę, że takie ukoronowanie mojej kariery dotychczasowej, bo naprawdę oddaję MMA, całe swoje życie układam.
Their accomplishment, their legacy is more important to me than money.
Do mojego przyszłego przeciwnika wysyłam wiadomość taką, żeby dobrze się przygotował, bo ja na pewno będę przygotowany w 100% i chcę to wygrać.
They say Legerski's never been beaten in Octagon. I'll be the man to beat him.
This, the second of the Tip Sport Game Changer €1 million quarterfinals. Let's welcome, represent the United Kingdom, the Jedi, Akon Wanless. Akon Wanless, 32 years of age, representing Team Renegade. There we go, 8-2 is his professional record. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. 8-2, 8 wins, 8 finishes, 4 by knockouts, 4 by submission. As predicted, he said if Legerski looks to take me down, I'll finish him on the ground. If he looks to stand with me, I will finish him on the feet. We've seen his prowess as well. That 48-second knockout of Siraj back at Octagon 54. Needs to hit 70.8, slightly over. We will bring in the hoop. Wee. Close, there we go again. You look at his debut as well. Finished Gogo Tachuri at Octagon 45. That was in the first round as well. Unbelievable stuff. 6 first round finishes in those 8 wins. Needs to hit 70.8. $71.2 for Wanless. He will have 2 hours from the moment he stepped on that scale to cut that weight. Needs to hit 70.8 to be the official limit for lightweight. Again, we will keep you posted on our social media for how that looks. So follow us, Octagon MMA on Instagram. And again, tomorrow night, still tickets available. Only a limited amount. You can be part of history. You can join us in that Fortuna Arena. It is beautiful, magnificent, and there are some extras going to be part of that show. So you can join us live, ticketportal.com. Now, let's welcome his opponent, the first ever Octagon lightweight champion, Dynamite Mateusz Legerski. Legerski also fought on Octagon 15. What a journey it has been for him. Undefeated inside the Octagon cage. An amazing record, 11-1, 7 by finish, 3 knockouts, 4 submissions. 70.7 for Legerski. Makes weight. Again, you can keep posted. 2 hours Akon Wanless will have to make up that weight. 70.8 he needs to hit. Legerski, though, done the business. You look at who he's beaten. Rishavi, Kuznik, Strabak, Konrad, Barnik, Paradisa, KO'd Paradisa. Legerski versus Wanless. Poland versus the United Kingdom. The Jedi versus Dynamite goes down tomorrow night in the Fortuna Arena. This to see who claims, guarantees themselves €80,000. So excited for these fights. You can keep up with us as well. We will be letting you know on Instagram when Akon makes that weight. 2 hours he has to make that. Next up, we have a lightweight contest. What a fight, what a story behind this. Let's look at that story now.
Bro, get the fuck off me, I'll smash your face in, bro.
Takhle se chová profi?
Tell him to say it in English.
Nevím, anglicky jsem Čech, já se za to nestydím, ale mám chování, víš, ty zápaďáky.
Liverpool native Shamrock has 9 wins by finish on his record. He was originally scheduled to take on Jubox at Octagon 48. However, after Rock kicked Yaroslav in the ribs during the weigh-in, the fight had to be cancelled. The Scouse fighter faced a wave of criticism, but got some respite after scoring his second victory in Octagon.
He could do it one-armed. Catacoli taps. The Shem Show is here in Birmingham.
I'm 10-1 now, the biggest star in the UK. There's a bit of unfinished business with me and Yada the Garda Piconi. Sign the contract, or your chance is gone forever, lad.
Nicknamed Jubox, he's one of the Czech Republic's most experienced fighters. He's achieved almost twice as many wins as Rock and entered his first pro fight 6 years before Rock arrived on the scene.
Flattened out. This will be it now. What a beautiful performance.
The fact that I get to get one back for the lads and punch him in the face and get paid for it. Lad, I'm living the dream, bro.
A měl by spíš trénovat, než aby mi psal o 2:30 ráno. To jsou urážky, které jsou tady ze školky.
Look at me. I'm an animal. He's not ready.
Oh, but look at that.
Beautiful judo toss.
To jsou jenom řeči, nemyslím si, že má koule na to do mě vletět jen tak.
Just trying to hit him, I'm trying to finish him, and I'm trying to kill him.
One of the biggest grudge matches in Octagon history. Now let's welcome to the scales the fighting pride of Liverpool, Shamrock! 30 years of age, representing that fine city of Liverpool. Next generation, Dublin Combat Academy, and of course Team Buddha BJJ. 9-1 is his professional record. 9 wins, 9 finishes, and all in round number 1. We saw that prowess against Katakoli at 56, Octagon 56. Needs to hit 70.8. 70.8. Teased us with a naked one there, Shem, but made it. There we go. Teased us. 70.8 for Shamrock. He makes weight. Now, let's welcome his opponent. Let's see if this fight gets further than the weigh-ins this morning. Let's welcome the one, the only, Yaroslav Jukebox Pokorny. Legend of Czech MMA, 39 years of age, representing the Czech Republic and All Sports Academy. 16 pro wins, 13 by finish. 8 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's beaten the likes of Shiroki, Aslan and Malak. 8 knockouts, 5 submissions in there. Now stepping on the scale, needs to hit 70.8. Again, we saw what happened. This was supposed to go down at Octagon 48. 70.65. Both these fighters make weight. Will they make it past the stare down? That is what we need to find out. We're going to bring them together. We saw what happened at Octagon 48. Let's see how this goes. Again, one of the most anticipated fights. That is why it's this high up the card, the story behind it. Now we will bring together for the first time in a long time, Shamrock and Pokorny. Finally, we get to see it go down. Shamrock versus Yaroslav Pokorny, one of the biggest grudge matches in Octagon history. Set and ready for the Fortuna Arena. Andrei Novotny just gentle move to the left there for Pokorny. But they have both made weight. They are both set and ready. We need to see that enter the cage. It needs to be settled, and tomorrow night, that hopefully, if they get past the weigh-ins tonight, that will. And you could join us tonight for those weigh-ins. 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock tonight? 6 o'clock tonight, the ceremonial stare downs. Next up, we have a middleweight contest with 2 of the biggest finishers in Octagon. Let's take a look at these 2 guys in action now.
This bout between middleweight number 6 David Zavada and Slovak KO specialist Marek Mazuk promises to be a thrilling battle of brutal punches. World ranked number 83 Zavada has gone up against some of the biggest MMA stars in the world. His heavy hands have finished 11 of his opponents in the first round, including fighters such as Khabib's cousin and German star Karim Engizek. In Octagon, the fighter known as Sagat claimed a first round victory over Cartel.
Now Zavada takes the back, big shots as well. The crowd love this.
And in another nail-biting duel 2 years later, he finished Hajivand.
Zavada looking for the heel and finish. Oh my goodness!
28-year-old Slovak striker Marek Mazuk also has 2 consecutive wins on his Octagon record. Out of 8 wins, he achieved 6 wins by knockout. His iron fist destroyed Italy's Melillo, and in an adrenaline-fueled fight, they also sent tough guy Jaime Cordero to sleep.
Marek Mazuk gets the KO over Jaime Cordero!
In that tense duel, he clearly demonstrated that he can take hard punches as well as dish them out, and he was awarded the Fight of the Night bonus for his performance. Mazuk is the only fighter who has knocked out Apollo, and he managed to do that in boxing gloves. He'll also be looking to demonstrate his knockout power as he goes up against the most experienced fighter of his career. After returning from injury, is the division number 10 about to claim the biggest victory of his career? Or will Zavada continue his ascent on the loaded middleweight division after this bout in Prague?
So let's welcome first to the scales, Marek Mazuk. 28 years of age from Slovakia, representing that ground systems Nitra. 8-2 in MMA, 6 wins by finish, all by KO. And as you saw there, the only man in combat sports to knock out Apollo Silva. 84.7, needs to 84.4. Will bring in the magic hoop. Again, you look at that record, 2-fight win streak he's only fought. Cordero, Octagon 47, beaten by 3rd round knockout. Then that phenomenal 2nd round finish of the Italian Gianni Melillo. That was at Octagon 43. Needs to 84.4. 84.5.1 for Mazuk, still to lose. He has 2 hours to do it. Close, and again we'll keep you up to date. Octagon MMA on Instagram, you will be able to find out when these fighters, if they make weight. Only 0.1 there for Mazuk to cut now. 2 hours for him to do that. Next, let's welcome his opponent out of Germany, David Zavada. 33 years young, representing Dusseldorf, Germany, Team Zavada and Mountain Fighters Academy. 28 professional fights, 19 wins in there, 17 by finish, 12 knockouts, 5 submissions. 84.3 there for Zavada, makes weight. Set and ready for his 3rd fight in Octagon, undefeated in the Octagon cage. How are you, brother? Nice to see you. Middleweight mayhem, Germany versus Slovakia, Zavada versus Mazuk. That goes down tomorrow night. What a fight. 2 of the highest percentage finishers on the Octagon roster. They will battle it out tomorrow night in that Fortuna Arena. Now it is time for our co-main event of the evening. Another part of the welterweight pyramid. Let's take a look at these 2 legends before they step on the scale.
David Kozma, the longest reigning champion in Octagon history.
Fans can't imagine the Octagon welterweight Game of Thrones without David Kozma. In an exciting semi-final duel, he'll go up against Dracula, Jon Serdu.
Oh, the right hand!
The former welterweight king is ready to make his spectacular comeback on the biggest tournament the Czech Republic has ever seen.
He's unstoppable.
David Kozma has defended his title 5 times in some of the best fights in Octagon history.
Oh, nice combo from Kozma.
Defeating fighters such as €1 million pyramid winner Bojan Veličković, Apollo, and the revered Monster Kinije. Pink Panther claims he is more ready than ever to secure his 33rd career win.
David Kozma!
Fan favourite and champion of 2 Romanian organisations, Jon Serdu has already demonstrated his undeniable talents in the Octagon cage.
Wait, big right hand.
The representative of Poland's Ankos Gym defeated Mate Kertész and claimed a 1st round victory over title challenger Lahore.
Serdu piling the pressure. Oh, that's it!
With 10 KOs out of 14 pro wins, he could be about to achieve his biggest victory of his career. The Kozma versus Serdu battle might just be the fight of the night. Will Pink Panther ruin Dracula's evening? Or will he become the bloodthirsty Moldovian's next victim?
This, the co-main event. Let's welcome first to the scale, Dracula, Jon Serdu. 29 years of age from Moldova by way of Romania, fighting out of the Ankos Gym in Poland, voted by the fans, you the fans, the breakthrough fighter of 2023. You look at the record as well, 14 wins, 11 finishes, 1 submission, 10 knockouts, including that amazing KO of Alex Lahore back in Manchester. Needs to hit 77.6, slightly over that right now, 0.2. Again, you look at this, was a professional footballer till the age of 20, didn't even start, had never done combat sports until that age, stepped into an MMA gym and has changed his life. Always dreamed of playing in a football stadium. Tomorrow night he will fight in one. Needs to hit 77.6. 77.6. Dracula makes weight on the money for Jon Serdu. And again, you look at that, he's beaten the likes of decision win over Kurtesh. That was Octagon 45. And then that finish of Alex Lahore in Octagon. Hey, brother. What a finish that was. So now let's welcome his opponents, the former and longest reigning welterweight champion, Pink Panther himself, David Kozma. 32 years of age, representing the Czech Republic, sporting that trademark pink hair once again. 6 title defenses he achieved, and look at the wins he had. Apollo Silva, Kurtesh, Kanije, Velichkovic, Kristofic, Vararosh, Lahore. 45 professional fights, 32 wins, 21 finishes. Like a pro, 77.6 on the money for both these guys. The second of our welterweight pyramid fights, this to see who will fight the winner of Gogaladze versus Apollo for that belt, the title that has been vacant for over a year. When this fight was announced, fans went crazy. Tomorrow night we get to see it live in the Fortuna Arena. Let's bring them together. Take my money. Kozma versus Serdu tomorrow night. The co-main event of this landmark event, Octagon 58 in the Fortuna Arena. 28,000 fans will witness these two go head-to-head in that welterweight contest. Again, that pyramid to see who will fight the winner of Gogaladze and Apollo. Next up, this is a story that has been told many times, a fight we didn't know if we would ever see happen again, the rematch of a century. Let's take a look at the story behind tomorrow night's main event.
Vítězem zápasu století stává Attila Pumukli.
In 147 seconds, his dream became a reality and his life took a new direction.
Vítěz zápasu století
Attila Beck.
Attila earned his 33rd career win and scored his 14th KO. He became known as the greatest fighter in the domestic scene. And after reaffirming his legendary status, the champion enjoyed fame, media attention and the star status that came with it.
Dneska so špeciálnym hosťom.
A mně se všechny sny rozplynuly. Tak to je co se mnou. Nevím.
1 year later, Carlos re-entered the spotlight and got back to work. Since the fight of the century, he's defeated 9 opponents, including Lahore.
To jsou na závěr skutečně velmi tvrdé údery.
Ilic.
Ještě jsme neviděli nikoho, kdo by dokázal ubránit tenhle takedown.
And Langer.
Pane Bože, KO od Carlose Vémoli. Trvalo to 5 vteřin.
Carlito 4 roky makal, drel a zápasil. Rozdiel je to, že som nevidel, že urobil krok dopredu, ale ja si myslím, že urobil ešte krok dozadu.
Ve fighterovi, ve kterým není oheň, to je mrtvej fighter. Chápu, že ho zápasit nechce a že trošku jako zápasník umírá.
Tohle je návrat v obrovském stylu.
Vieme Carlosa celú kariéru, že čo robí, takže ja si myslím, že nejakou novinkou neviem ma prekvapiť.
Attila Beck, je to na co si připravu. Abych si mohl přijít pro všechno, co mi sebral.
Viem, že ešte mám ten oheň, čo viem zapáliť a idem tam dať môj najlepší životný výkon.
Attilka je zpátky!
It has been 1,671 days since that landmark event. Octagon 15, the event, everything changed for Octagon MMA, the biggest event in the Czech and Slovak history. That was the cornerstone. We good? No? Okay, there we are. So that was the turning point. It was a phenomenal build-up and fight. You can see Attila Beck, you've been able to follow his journey as well. The physical transformation this man has made on the route to this rematch. He has sat cage side for most of Carlos Famola's fights. And you look at that, witnessing the man Carlos Famola fight 12 times. 11 in MMA, 1 in boxing. claim the middleweight title, also then go on to claim the light heavyweight title. This is the difference in this fight. We will see Attila Vey and Carlos Vermola come head-to-head in the rematch of the century, but this time it will be for gold. It will be for that light heavyweight title. So, let's welcome now to the scales once more, Attila Vey! Again, 1,671 days since he last stepped on the scale. You look at his record as well, former Bellator champion. His last fight was on the 9th of November 2019, a record of 33-9-2, 23 finishes in there, 12 submissions and 11 KOs. One of those KOs was against Carlos Vermola at Octagon 15. Needs to hit 93 kilograms on the money. 92.7 championship weight and change made for Attila Vey. What a physical journey alone that man has been on, stepping back into competition. Now let's welcome his opponent, the reigning light heavyweight champion, the one, the only Terminator, Carlos Vermola. Former middleweight champion, current light heavyweight champion. 36-8 is his professional record. This could be the last time we see Carlos Vermola make that walk to the cage. Looking to lay down the gloves in front of his home fans in Prague. Needs to hit 93 on the money. 92.9 championship weight made for Carlos Vermola. Let's bring these guys together. This is the rematch of the century. Vey versus Vermola, Slovakia versus the Czech Republic tomorrow night in the Fortuna Arena. Attila, a quick word, my friend. What a physical change you have been on. How excited are you for tomorrow night, and what can we expect in the rematch of the century?
English or the Slovakian? Okay, I am very happy for this day because this is fucking long time for me, you know. My body a little bit different now, and very. Pomôž mi, Marek, ukáž na mňa. Má som dlhú cestu.
We're bringing the translator. Slovak, let's go Slovak.
Takže ahojte, tu budem sa vyprávať, akože viem, že po anglicky, no. Takže mal som veľmi dlhú cestu za sebou. A veľmi sa teším na tento moment, lebo som vlastne prežil a zažil som celú tú moju prípravu tým, že som sa nezranil, urobil som výborne váhu a toto už je len moje ovocíčko na torte, takže ideme to spolu celé užiť. Som veľmi rád, že Carlito není zranený a ideme spolu do zápasu naozaj ako zdraví. Takže užijeme si celý jeden zajtra spoločne.
One last thing, the difference in this fight as well is it is for the belt, for the light heavyweight title. What would it mean for you to claim that belt tomorrow night in the Fortuna Arena?
Takže aby keby ste nerozumeli, tak idem zápasiť o titul. Thank you so questions. Translator a little bit. Takže veľmi sa teším tomu a vlastne to je môjim taký, môžem povedať, že z jedných najväčších motivácií, že teraz mám možnosť získať ten titul OKTAGONe, čo je pre mňa veľká česť a hlavne na takom štadióne v historickom momente. Takže teším sa na to, urobím preto všetko a výsledok je ešte tam napísaný o hviezdách. Takže nič nepodcením a idem do boja na 100%.
Díky moc. Thank you. Carlos Vermola, again, making the walk to the scale. Tomorrow night is monumental. Does this feel different to you than any other fight? This rematch of the century that you have wanted for so long?
It's going to be different. You ask Attila Vey first question, what can we expect from tomorrow? I mean, nobody knows. What can we expect? It's the biggest event ever happened in Czech Republic. It's nearly 30,000 people in football stadium. Hasn't been here before. And remember my words, he's not going to be here for a long time, right? So Attila spoke in Slovak. Já si myslím, že je víc, než se hodí, abych mluvil taky v češtině. To, co zítra můžeme čekat, si myslím, že netuší nikdo z nás. Já za sebou mám skoro 50 zápasů, Attila taky, ale ani jeden z nás jsme ještě tohle nezažili, vy jste tohle taky nezažili. Počasí bude skvělý, atmosféra bude skvělá, jenom díky vám za to děkuju, že jsme to spolu všichni dokázali. OKTAGONu děkuju a to, co tady bude zítra, to tady ještě nikdy nebylo, so let's go.
Let's go. There we go. One more time. There are your two fighters. Vey versus Carlos Famola. The rematch of the century goes down tomorrow night. You have time to still join us. Limited tickets available. Go to ticketportal.com. You can watch live on OKTAGON.tv and you can join us for the public weigh-ins. The last stare down between these two fighters here at the Fortuna Arena, 6 o'clock. We will see you tomorrow night for the rematch of the century.
The biggest tournament in the Czech Republic and Slovakia is on the horizon. History will be made in the Eden Football Stadium in Prague. Famola versus Vey 2. The long-awaited rematch of the century for the light heavyweight title. A fight fans have been eagerly waiting for 5 years. Carlos Famola is looking to regain everything he lost in their legendary first encounter. However, Attila Vey is determined to remove him from the octagon throne once again. Two icons, two nations collide in an epic showdown that will forever change the landscape of the Czech-Slovak martial arts scene. Who will cement their legacy as the ultimate champion? A tournament for the welterweight title, which has been vacant for a year, awaits a worthy new champion to claim the belt. Former 6-time title holder David Kozma has recharged his batteries and is eager to reclaim that title. But Ion Dracula Serdu, the dominant overlord of 2 Romanian promotions, also has his eyes set on that prize. The clash of middleweight finishers. David Zavada, with 17 finishes to his credit, will face the iron fists of Marek Mazuk. And to top it all off, a heated battle between 2 warriors who truly despise each other. Jaroslav Pokorny and Shamrock will finally settle their scores inside the octagon cage. 2 quarterfinals of the European MMA Champions League in the lightweight division of the Tipsport Game Changer. €1 million and the European crown at stake. Undefeated in octagon, former champion Mateusz Legerski from Poland faces the biggest test of his career in England's Akon Jedi Wanless. Spanish black belt Akoidan Duque challenges Austrian powerhouse Mohamed Makayev. The second round of the tournament for the welterweight title. The invincible predator Apollo Silva takes on the elite fighter Sniper Gogoladze, who has finished most of his opponents in less than 100 seconds. And as a bonus in the free prelims, a reserve fight of the Tipsport Game Changer. 2-time Turkish champion Korkmaz meets the legendary Finnish fighter Amir Khani. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present Octagon 58, Famola versus Vey 2. Get the pay-per-view and be transported to the front row of the biggest tournament in the history of the Czech-Slovak martial arts scene at OKTAGON.tv.